Hey guys, Michael here. I hope that you're all doing well today. I have what I think is pretty good news on the Warhammer 3 AI modding front, and that is that I recently heard from Hecleus, who is, of course, the mod author for the Hecleus AI overhaul mods. And he was letting me know basically that he has updated his AI mod for the recent 6.3 patch. Now, he also has thanked us basically for providing some of the feedback from some of the Let's Plays on this channel. So, thank you to the whole community here from both him and me in terms of the feedback that we've provided. In particular, I think one of the big ones was the passivity of some of the larger major factions once we reach, say, the mid game or so, and we start to see all the armies starting to pile up in their capital cities instead of being aggressive. And he does explain, I'm not going to go through the whole back and forth here, but he does explain that there are trade-offs that have to be made in the modding, where basically you had a situation where the major factions became more passive because of some changes that he had made to try to keep the minor factions from getting too passive or maybe from getting wiped out completely. Obviously, he's the one who knows this in more detail, but in any case, I just wanted to paraphrase and say that there are some trade-offs that have to be made in the development of modding, where he's basically reworked it so that the major factions should continue to be pretty aggressive, and the minor factions are probably going to suffer a little bit as a result, but it's probably for the better for the longer campaigns. He does finish by saying it's much better now than before, and the AI is no longer passive at all, even after 200 to 300 turns, which, as you all know, is, I like playing the really longer campaigns anyway, so that sounds pretty good to me. Now, I obviously want to say I'm a fan of Hecleus AI, always have been, with, the obvious disclaimer that there are limits to what the AI mods can change. There are, the best possible solution would be for CA to fix the AI, and then we don't need the mods, but within the constraints of what AI modders can accomplish, I'm a big fan of Hecleus. I like the other AI mods as well, and I do know that there are other people who prefer some of the other AI mods. I'm not making a judgment call here that this is the best for everyone, but I think Hecleus is probably widely considered the most aggressive of any of the AI faction, or I'm sorry, any of the AI mods. And because of that, and the fact that I like the really challenging campaigns, I think it's the one that probably fits my playstyle the best, and I think it probably works for some of you as well. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. Pretty good news. As far as I know, all three of the major AI mods that I've talked about on this channel recently are still being updated, but I think this one has now been the first one updated since patch 6.3 dropped. I have incorporated it into a new campaign that I started yesterday, which should be uploaded pretty soon. And so you'll see that. That is going to be a Gorok campaign to kind of test out the new changes to the Lizardmen. But I did want to go ahead and make this short video to let everybody know that if you've used Hecleus in the past, please be aware that it has been updated and maybe continue to try it. And again, huge shout out to the mod author himself for providing this for us and for being willing to listen to the feedback that we have provided in an attempt to continue to improve it. And also, fingers crossed that long-term CA can do something to improve the AI on their side. So, as always, please do feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. I do think that we've reached a big enough point here where the community gets a little bit of back and forth with some of the mod authors themselves, and gets some really interesting discussions going as well, just amongst ourselves. And so I really appreciate that. As always, really, just appreciate the support and the feedback that you guys provide to me personally as well. So, all right, I think then hopefully that all makes sense. I'm looking forward to trying this one moving forward. I have a lot of confidence that when he says the mod is better, that it really is. And yeah, anyway, I'll go ahead and leave it there. Thanks everybody so much for watching and listening. I will see you all in the next video.